Jeff Hardy's arrest for his third DUI in 10 years didn't only shock the wrestling world, but also shed light on his previous legal issues. Unfortunately, Hardy isn't the only reputed star to have troubles with the law over the last few years. I'm Jeremy, and here are 5 wrestlers who were arrested multiple times. Number 5, The Big Show. Former WWE World Champion The Big Show is one of the most well-known wrestlers in the world. But did you know that Paul White, the man behind our favorite on-screen giant, was arrested on more than one occasion? His first arrest came during his time as the Giant in WCW. In December of 1998, the Memphis Police Department arrested him for reportedly exposing himself to a female motel employee working as a front desk clerk at a hotel in Memphis, Tennessee. The charge was later dismissed due to lack of evidence. However, a few months later, in March of 1999, White was charged with assault after a man claimed that the wrestler broke his jaw during an altercation in New York in the summer of 1998. The world's largest athlete stated that he had retaliated against the man who verbally abused and shoved him. In 1999, Big Show left WCW for WWE and never had to look back. Let's hope to see more of him in the coming weeks in All Elite Wrestling. Number 4, Ric Flair. The 16-time world champion Ric Flair is known for his lavish lifestyle, which has landed him in multiple legal issues. In March of 1996, the WWE Hall of Famer lent his vehicle keys to a 20-year-old woman who had consumed twice the legal limit of alcohol. He was arrested for giving alcohol to an underage female and then letting her drive. A decade later, in November of 2005, Flair was arrested in a road rage case and was charged with personal property damage and assault as a 29-year-old driver claimed Flair had grabbed him by the neck and kicked the side of his SUV. The incident also was parodied on a Monday Night Raw when Flair ended a rivalry with the Rated R superstar Edge. The legal trouble for Nate did not end there, as in May 2011, when the WWE Hall of Famer was found in contempt of court, he faced up to 90 days in prison for failing to fulfill a financial deal he made when he put up one of his former National Wrestling Alliance title belts as collateral for a loan. ESPN made a documentary on the extraordinary life of the wrestling legend, covering all of these legal issues. Number 3, Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy is one of the most beloved wrestlers of all time, but the charismatic Enigma's legal troubles are no secret to his fans. His recent arrest on June 13th for DUI is not the first time the former WWE champion has been stopped by the cops. In September of 2009, the current AEW star was arrested for trafficking in controlled prescription pills and possessing anabolic steroids. A decade later, Hardy was arrested in July of 2019 in South Carolina for public intoxication, followed by another arrest in October for driving while intoxicated. His drug and alcohol issues have impacted his wrestling career, as he's been suspended many times. After his recent DUI, the president of All Elite Wrestling, Tony Khan, announced that Hardy had been suspended without pay and he would only be permitted back if he completed alcohol recovery therapy. Jeff was supposed to face Jurassic Express and the Young Bucks in a tag team title ladder match on AEW Dynamite with his brother Matt Hardy, but due to Jeff's arrest, the Hardys were removed from the match, which was eventually won by the Young Bucks. Number 2, Jimmy Uso. The Usos are one of the most highly featured wrestlers in WWE programming right now as part of the Bloodline. But did you know that one half of the successful tag team, Jimmy Uso, has been arrested 5 times? Jimmy's first arrest came in September of 2011 when he was charged with DUI. Then on March of 2013, he was arrested for violating his probation by driving with a suspended license. 6 years since that incident, in 2019, he was detained for disorderly conduct and obstruction following an argument with Detroit police officers. In July of that same year, Jimmy was arrested for DUI in Florida, but he was eventually found not guilty. Uso was stopped again by the cops in July of 2021, also in Florida, when his blood alcohol level went over the legal limit for Florida. This came just months after his return to the ring after a year away due to a ruptured ACL. Although many fans questioned his booking as one of the main stars of SmackDown at the time, WWE paid little attention to those remarks. Recently, Jimmy and Jay beat RK Bro to unify the Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Championships and brought more prestige to the Bloodline and made their tribal chief proud. Number 1, Sunny. Tammy Sytch, also known as Sunny in WWE, has to be one of the most controversial wrestling figures today. From her days in WWE in the 1990s to her recent legal troubles, Sunny has always been in the news for one reason or another. During a 4-week period in 2012, Sytch was arrested 5 times for third-degree burglary and 3 counts of violating a protective order. In January of 2013, she was detained for a 6th time, also breaching a protective order. She was later freed in May of 2013 after spending nearly 4 months in jail. Sunny was arrested 3 times for DUI in 2015. She's been in constant legal trouble, as in 2018, she was arrested in New Jersey for 2 DUIs. On July 13th of 2020, Sytch was detained for violation of a domestic violence restraining order and driving while her license was suspended for the 2nd time. 2 years later, in January of 2022, Sytch was again arrested, this time for illegally possessing a weapon and making terroristic threats in New Jersey. The most recent incident in March of 2022, she was arrested when she was involved in a car crash in Florida that killed a 75-year-old man. Her blood alcohol level at the time of the incident was more than 3.5 times the legal limit. As a result of that, Sunny is currently waiting for her trial and might face up to 26 years of prison if convicted. Due to her behavior, several wrestlers and fans have been demanding WWE to remove her from the Hall of Fame, but yet no action has been taken to this point. And that's our video for today. If you enjoyed it, like the video, drop a comment, and share it with your friends. For more such videos, subscribe to our channel Wrestle Binge by Sportskeeda.